StockPulse newsroom here, and we're talking Relevant Gold. Relevant Gold trades as RGC on the CSE in Canada, pretty new symbol here. I've got Rob Bergmann, the CEO, and right here in Wyoming here, not too far from me, Rob, in the Coeur d'Alene area. So welcome aboard here, and I want to hear all about this story here. So a couple main zones you're working on, but I guess for those not familiar, take us back to start and how you put this deal together, and then we'll get into current day activities.
Well, thanks for having me, Rob. I appreciate it. And it's nice to have a neighbor not too far away there in Idaho. As you mentioned, Relevant Gold, we're very newly listed, but we've been developing kind of this bigger overarching thesis in Wyoming for a really long time. And that thesis starts with this concept and really some things we connected in the academic literature where the Wyoming geologic province was identified to be connected to the Abitibi gold province during that time of mineralization about 2.6 to 2.7 billion years ago. So it was at that time, while those land masses were connected, the Earth's crust there was still connected, where the shear zones were formed, the deformation happened, and that gold came into the system. Later then, at about 2.1 billion, you had your major tectonic rifting that separated those geologic provinces apart. So it's under this overarching kind of thesis that we see Wyoming as a potential unexplored Abitibi gold belt. And that's where everything started for us, started chipping away at this thesis, putting our boots on the ground, really checking the boxes we needed to see from a technical perspective out in Wyoming, but also checking a lot of those key critical boxes for development, right? It's a great place to operate. As you know, not being too far away, it's a streamlined permitting environment, and it's a really clear navigable path for long-term development. So we really like being in Wyoming as well.
Yeah, and you have completed 3,500 meters. So I know, do you like being there? You're doing a lot of work here. So yeah, let's get into what you found so far, and then let's see what we're doing moving forward.
Yeah, so as you said, we just finished up kind of our 2022 exploration program that included 3,500 meter drilling program at our Golden Buffalo project. In addition to that, we did a significant amount of regional mapping and sampling work and some detailed trenching and sampling at our Golden Buffalo project. And really, some of the immediate things that came out of that was the identification of a number of new highly prospective shear zones throughout our district across 3 different properties. And so totaling a new strike length of over 15 kilometers of prospective shear zone for us to continue to explore and develop here. So that's really exciting. As you know, we've got 5 district scale land packages, and our goal is really creating a pipeline of discovery opportunities. We understand that these things are very difficult to find, and it takes a significant amount of data and work. And ultimately, we're trying to kind of increase our odds overall by making sure that we have very high quality targets that are backed by data and science, but that we have a large number of these targets to test over time, and really kind of increasing our chance of discovery across our 5 district scale packages. So that work was great. We were really excited to finish that up. On the drilling program, that was at our Golden Buffalo project, and we drilled, as I said, 3,500 meters. That was across 26 holes there. And we focused predominantly on trying to understand the geologic architecture, right? This is an area that's never seen drilling, never seen mining. So we have zero information on the subsurface going into this, which, historically, that's kind of a rare thing as we go into these truly greenfield areas that we don't have a good understanding of what's happening at depth. So the main focus of this program is really to start understanding, is this truly a big orogenic system? Do we have deep-rooted shear zones that show the opportunity for fluid evolution and gold evolution in a system? And how do we connect that to the gold and high-grade gold we're seeing at surface at our Golden Buffalo project?
Yeah, so you've established that you're onto something here. Let's talk about the conditions here of the market. So nothing you can do about that. A lot of things are on sale here. You're a pretty clean company. We talked before we started recording here, Ben. A lot of capitalized companies out there. Well, you're pretty new to the game here. So let's talk about the kind of the shape the company's in here, and then maybe craft a message moving forward of what some investors, new shareholders might get out of the ride with Relevant Gold.
Well, Relevant, as you said, it is new. We raised just over 5 million, about 5.7 million as we geared up to get listed, got listed in August and went straight into our initial drilling and exploration program. So some of the near-term catalysts are obviously results. We have assays pending across both our drilling and our detailed mapping and sampling programs. So we're all really excited as we await those, looking to get those in early part of the new year here, depending on the lab processing times, which, as you know, have been a bit slower lately. lately. So some of those near-term catalysts that we're all really excited about, but ultimately we're looking forward to gearing up for a robust 2023, starting to understand this geology really in depth and starting to really refine our targets. And, the fact is that we've got multiple targets now across multiple projects permitted, ready to test. So we're ultimately looking forward to kind of a systematic exploration year in 2023 and really driving towards discovery as we've always kind of intended. And so, as we wait for these results, we're looking at, again, gearing up for the spring part conference season, getting the message out, getting the results out there, and then from there kind of gearing up for a busy 2023 season.
Okay, we'll look forward to keeping our eye on the wire there. So Rob Bergmann, he's the CEO, Relevant Gold, RGC on the CSE up there in Canada. Of course, looking for gold there in the historic Abitibi, potentially in Wyoming. So Rob, appreciate you taking the time, and we'll certainly look forward to checking back in with you at the wire again.
Thanks, Rob. Talk to you soon.